Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Smooth Business Growth Podcast, where we share 15 minutes of fast-paced, pure marketing strategies proven to move the needle in your business. So I'm your host and Captain Lyndsay Phillips. I am the founder of Smooth Sailing Business Growth, where we help busy entrepreneurs attract and acquire customers faster through powerful and consistent content marketing. In fact, if you go to smoothbusinessgrowth.com at the end of the show, you can download your social media roadmap to help you do just that. But today we are talking about a totally hot topic. She is the creator of Smartphone Marketing School and rockstar entrepreneur, teaching marketers smartphone design techniques to build their business online. And we will share how to curate beautiful Instagram posts, and she's going to share her best tips. So let's set sail. So welcome aboard, Tabitha.
Thank you, Lyndsay. I'm super excited to be here.
Awesome. I know we were talking a little bit before we went live here, and Instagram is like the buzzword and it's the hot ticket. And I love the whole concept of you building your business and doing your online marketing right from your phone or your couch with a glass of wine, maybe. And I see that you have like 10,000 followers on Instagram and you are crushing it. What is it about Instagram that you love so much?
For me, it's interesting because I have made so many personal connections, and I have people that I actually consider truly friends, in real life, that I have connected to through Instagram. And I think it's definitely an awesome marketing tool, but it's also, and which this is part of marketing, is also great for networking. And I've been able to find people that are similar to me. And especially in the niche that I began my business was actually the teacher entrepreneur niche. And so Instagram is where I've really been able to stay in touch. And I think it brings a personal connection that a lot of other social media platforms miss.
That's interesting. And for me, I love it because it's so visual and there's such creativity on Instagram. It's I was talking to someone, and Kat Von D, the tattoo lady, she's got beauty line. So we were someone was showing me her page, and I was like, damn, like it's beautiful. Like it's so cool. And there's so many neat things to do, especially when it comes to design. So what are some of your favorite apps and tools to really boost your curb appeal, so to speak?
Totally. Well, the first app I recommend to everybody, it's available for Android and iOS, is the A Color Story app. That's three words. It's kind of a weird name. Yes. A Color Story. It is free, but then it's a photo editing app, and then they have extra additional, like 1 million different filter packs you could choose. But really, you can start with the Essentials pack, which is free, and play around. But the awesome thing about this is you don't have to have editing skills. You can really just although they provide those, you can just use the photo filters, and you can combine them and really make recipes. You can save those recipes for your future photo filtering so that they're consistent in your feed. And then they also have recently introduced a grid preview for Instagram within this app, where you can upload drafts and just see how they're looking for your overall aesthetic of your Instagram feed. So
you can get a big picture of like what all the pictures would look like together.
Absolutely. So it just looks like a mock-up of your Instagram feed, and you can rearrange and everything, and see how it's looking before you actually post. And this is all inside that one app.
That sounds pretty cool. And I guess we all really need to be more intentional with what we're posting. And I think it feels like, to me anyways, with Instagram, with that look of the grid, like you just mentioned, knowing when to post what, because how it looks is as important as the content.
Absolutely. And now with your analytics, if you have a business Instagram account, when you go to your bio, it'll tell you at the top how many people have visited your bio in the last week. And you'll see, whoa, this is actually important. So many people just come across a post of yours or even a story post, and they go to your feed to decide, are you worth their follow?
Yeah.
And even if your individual posts are engaging and awesome, if the aesthetic overall is not there, you could be losing potential followers. So it's not the most important thing, but it's still key to make sure your overall feed looks attractive.
That's true. And on brand, because really that's what's going to help attract them to stay, right?
Exactly. Yes. Being, it's nowadays things seem so cookie cutter and everything, and it's hard to not try to mimic, but still you do want to be consistent to your brand and have consistency. That doesn't mean you're imitating or copying, but at least to your own brand that you're consistent so that people see, hey, this is interesting. I want more.
Awesome. And I heard you say that word stories. So I know I need to get better at stories. I haven't delved into that myself, but they are totally important. And I know you are really doing well with stories in your business. So can you explain for those that don't understand kind of what it is and how you can use it?
Totally. So when you go to your main feed of Instagram, if you swipe to the right, you're all of a sudden going to be in camera mode. And this is where you produce or upload your story clips. And there's a bunch of different options and nothing to get overwhelmed. In the beginning, you literally can just take snapshots of what you're doing behind the scenes of your business. Tap the text button, add some text, and you're good to go. But you can, the more you put into it, the better you'll get. You can add as many individual clips to your story as you want, and people can access them. If they go to your bio pic will have this like circular glow. That's how they know that you have stories available for them to watch. And so they would tap on it. If they're on their main feed and they're following you, you'll pop up at the in the top row of circles. And whatever you post there, it just has a 24-hour life, and then it's completely removed and no longer there. It's very fun. It's informal. Something to add about as far as the short life that these stories have. If you do have some stories that were really great as far as sharing your business or a product, you can actually add them to a highlight, which is permanent stories on your bio, which is now becoming kind of like, you know, your website has a tab. Well, now this is your Instagram menu tab. So you can have a highlight, which is about me, a highlight updates, a highlight about products, highlight about your dog, which I have. And you can continually add, like my Pookie highlight has probably like 30 or 40 clips. There doesn't seem to be a limit. And those will stay there for forever until you remove.
Oh, okay.
But stories are just a really great way to be authentic, to let people know more about you, about your business, and to really remember you more than, like I said, a cookie cutter Instagram post or something that kind of just glazes over. With stories, I think you can be much more personal, and people can DM you, direct message you, and you can really start to build relationships. And I have some really good friendships just watching each other's stories.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it's actually a great way to market, and you really don't even realize you're doing it because you're just building relationships, networking, and having fun. And one more thing I'll say about stories is, if you feel intimidated about photography, about design, about videography, stories is a fabulous place to develop those skills, because like I said, they only last for 24 hours.
Yeah, if it sucks, it's like, it's okay.
Right. And it's stories, like they're supposed to be, like they're not supposed to be this work of art or something like that. And if they are, that's awesome. But, you know, but for me, it's been amazing how I've started to discover, okay, you know, I need to leave a blank space when I take this photo so I can easily add text. And then I'm discovering ways to combine colors. And then with video, you know, maybe I'll have a transition, you know, from one clip to the next. And it's amazing, like, how it can really help you with those skills in a fun way. You just put a few minutes in it a day or a couple times a week, and I promise you'll start to get more comfortable with these aspects of visual content creation.
All right. You've inspired me to get better at it, Tabitha. Because
I'm gonna follow you.
I know, because my team is
your circle.
Tracy's wagging her finger at me. Would you do this already? I'm like, I know. So when it comes to the videos, is there like a specific length of time that is allowed?
Yeah, it's 15 seconds tops. But if you have a longer video clip, because you can also pull in from your camera roll, if you have a longer video clip, I always recommend the Cut Story app. That's one word. You need to search for it with one word, Cut Story. And you upload a video and it allows you to split it, and you can split it in 15 seconds. You can split it into 60 seconds. I've done that for really longer tutorials, and I put them in my feed, Instagram feed, using the carousel feature where they could swipe, because I had a 4 or 5 minute.
The what feature?
The carousel.
Yes, sorry.
Slideshow.
Yeah.
Sure what the technical word is on your actual feed, but I wouldn't do like a 4 or 5 minute in stories. But if you have something that's 33 seconds or a minute, definitely you can use this app, split it. It will save to your camera roll in 15-second increments, and then you just have to go in and individually upload each.
Yeah.
So if you have like something like you want to share a message, you want to really talk to your audience, it's really annoying. And those who use stories can relate, I'm sure, to have to try to get it into that 15 second. Like you feel like you're talking.
You're like an auctioneer.
Yeah. And then it cuts you off, and it's just awkward. So you can just video yourself in the regular phone camera, and then use the Cut Story app and upload it, so you're not getting that jilted stop every 15 seconds.
Yeah. That's cool. And is there a limit on how many stories you can do in a day, or like you can?
I have yet to find that. And I follow some people, and we laugh because we call it the Morse code up above, because you can see each clip has a line. But the more you do, they become like tiny little dots. And some people, I mean, I have seen they have at least 50 up there. It seems like, yeah. As far as I know, if anybody's reached the limit, I have yet to hear of it.
So what kind of content would you suggest for stories?
With stories, there are no rules, but obviously as far as marketing, I would say definitely share whatever you're working on in progress. Don't be afraid to talk about that, showing behind the scenes. Even if you just like, I have a lot of friends where they sell digital resources, and they're just videoing their laptop screen.
Really?
Yeah. But you can spice it up, with some doodles, or GIF stickers are really fun now, which is another tool when you tap the sticker button and stories that you can use. Obviously, don't be afraid to share personal insights. Don't be afraid. Well, this is not something to be afraid of, but ask questions of your audience. Talk to them. There's a poll that you can also add when you tap the sticker button. You tap poll, and you can ask a question, and you can offer 2 options. And if you have a business account, you can later go to that clip, just push up, and it will let you know how many people voted one way and how many people voted another way. So you're actually getting a little bit of data as well.
That's true.
Also ask open-ended questions that will get people to DM you, so you can have that interaction and personal connection as well. Latest blog post, I will just screenshot, or if you're familiar with screen recording, you can just swipe through your blog post, screen record, so they get that kind of overview of the post. Share that. Let them know where they can, how they can access it and see it. Anything new that you have just done, just don't be afraid to put it out there, but definitely add some personal. Don't always be business. So my personal right now, because my life is really boring right now, is I had a really exciting 4 months. My husband and I were living in a van, and it was on the road. It's an RV van. It wasn't a van that sounds like we were really roughing it. We weren't. But
you weren't homeless. You were just,
No, we were just parking in Walmart. Every now and then, that's all. But we were more in the southeastern area of the United States, desert area, canyons, and it was amazing. And so, of course,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had so much and people just loved it. And now it's like, oh, so I will share my dog. We've recently kind of fostered a stray cat.
Aww.
So I'll share about that and I'll ask questions like, what should we do? Because I've never had a cat. There's things about your life that you think are not interesting, but they're uniquely your life.
Well, they make you relatable, right? Like other people that have a cat will comment or whatever.
Yes, totally. So don't be afraid to put that out there. And tips. Anytime you have tips that you think would be helpful, something that you do, whether it's exercise or, diet, those are big topics, fashion, or beauty routine, anything like that too, on a personal level, depending on your audience, people just eat that up too.
Awesome. Man, you've given some good tips in 15 minutes.
Yay.
Maybe I'll do a story today, Tabitha, and then you'll be so proud of me.
I will, and I'll DM you and everything. I'm going to find you, and I'm going to be waiting for that story.
Oh, the pressure's on, man. Awesome. Now, I know you have some great resources on your website and some great courses and gifts. So what would you like to share, and how can they find all those goodies?
So usually if you go to courses.tabithacarro.com, you're going to find a couple of free courses or free offerings on that page. If you go to the header, there's also some free stuff, except if I have enrollment, which does happen once every quarter, then you'll see enrollment stuff. But you can also just go to tabithacarro.com and you'll see right there my free stuff as well. When you go to courses.tabithacarro.com, there's a course called Couch Hustler course. I think everybody would love if you're curious about how your phone can help you out more with smartphone design and social media marketing. And then in the header up top, there's a 4-day design challenge. So if you are wanting to be able to create branded designs from your phone in a quick way that still looks great, try out that challenge. And those are two that I think any biz owner would absolutely get some value from.
I love your phrase, couch hustler. That's awesome.
Couch hustler. I mean, that is what I do. And it can actually be a problem. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to go walk the dog now.
It can become addicting.
Yes, that is definitely a real issue. But when you build up the flexibility, where you can work on your phone or work on your laptop, it's pretty cool because you are able to not have to be always at your laptop to get
totally. I've done some work from a campsite up in Northern Ontario.
Awesome.
I know. Yes. Not that I want to be working while I'm up there, but sometimes, some stuff has to get done.
Yes, exactly. And if you don't have to pull out your whole, gear to do it, the better.
It's all good. Awesome. Well, that is this week's 50-minute cruise to move the needle in your business. It goes by fast, I know. So thank you so much, Tabitha, for joining us and sharing your Instagram stories and design wisdom.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. So if you're looking to achieve faster growth through blogs, videos, podcasts, social media, and email marketing, look no further than smoothbusinessgrowth.com. Have a profitable and productive week, folks, and may the winds always be at your back.